Thank you, Sam, and thank you, Jimmy. As I said at a luncheon we were at a little while ago, the final payment is in the mail. As many of you know, my dear friend Joe Siegel passed away just 3 weeks ago. And over the 40 years, we became great friends. He taught me so much about life and business and how to strive to be the very best you can be every single day. In a book I wrote called Lunch with Joe, 2 of his power quotes stood out for me that seemed to fit today's audience. Joe said, ultimately, it is persistence that will pay off. Forget about perfection. And alone, you're only as good as your reach. You must join hands with others. And I believe that's why we are here today, to reach and join hands and to network. And that's what's important. I asked his good friend, my good friend, and one of his sons, Gary Siegel, if he would join my wife, and it was only 3 weeks ago, and he said he would. So Gary, I'm so delighted that you decided to come, and we share your grief, and thank you so much for being here. Author Robert Collier once said, playing safe probably is the most unsafe thing in the world. You cannot stand still, you must move forward. Your future and that of your company is of your own making. It is the mind that is the great driver. It is thought that brings creativity. No matter how complicated your business is, the solution is somewhere inside you and your team. Blaise Pascal said, our achievements today are but the sum total of our thoughts of yesterday. So start today, knowing you can do almost anything you really wish you could do. You can have almost anything you can think about, providing it is legal. Your mind will respond to your real desires in the exact proportion to which that is that you believe. Solomon once said this, wisdom is the principal thing. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. No matter how hard you work for success, your thoughts are filled with fear, and it is the fear of your efforts and your endeavors that will make you successful or not successful. So think abundance, feel abundance, believe abundance. We live in an incredible country. We live in a marvelous community, British Columbia. We can accomplish just about anything we set our minds and our hearts and our team to build. And I encourage you to do that. On your chair is a copy of my latest book, Secrets of the Masters. It was a pleasure to do this. I picked 20 significant business leaders from all walks of life, starting with Jimmy Patterson, who said yes right off the bat. And every one of them are leaders who have struggled, who have battled all kinds of difficulties and have achieved incredible success. Some you will know. Jimmy Patterson, obviously you do. John Nicola, who's sitting on the front row. David Ash, Frank Palmer, Joe Roberts, who lived for 2 years under the Broad Street Bridge on drugs, alcohol abuse. And he came to the conclusion that if I don't do something and change my attitude and change my life, I'm going to die underneath the bridge. And so he got himself out, became a great business person, and one of North America's top motivational speakers. Mike Leland from Salvation Army, Alison Segago, Akila Davis, Monsieur Fred Dolan, who is represented today by Jimmy Yang, and a host of other people. So read these stories and you'll read something about yourself in those stories. They are all overcomers. They're all achievers, just like you are. And one day we will tell your stories. A personal thanks for me for all those people who gave their precious time for that book. 25 years ago, I got a phone call from Jimmy Patterson, and he wanted to discuss BC Business magazine with me. So I went down to see him to his downtown office, and we worked out an arrangement for Canada Wide Media to buy BC Business magazine. He wanted to sell it, and we wanted to buy it, so we reached a deal, and we did that. It was a grand acquisition beyond our wildest dreams. But I thought, no, if Jimmy thought enough of us to buy it, that it's something he believes that we can make a success of it. So thank you for that, Jimmy. It says in 1 Thessalonians 5, therefore encourage one another, build each other up, just in fact as you are doing. You have done that for your team, for your staff, for your shareholders, for those people that look to you for leadership. So today is a special day. And my special guest this afternoon is the top 100, a good friend for many years, who has always done that for me, Mr. Jimmy Patterson. And as Sam said, Jimmy, 5 of your companies are already in the top 100. The top 100. So, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Mr. Jimmy Patterson, who I can assure you will be